Gonna send the link to Prod real quick. All right, here with the final two, Rico and Lorenzo. This is about 48 hours away before the finale, and tonight we're just gonna take that last little thing and just pay respects to the players who, along the way, had a hand in your journey, and the players that, without them, you wouldn't have anybody to. I don't know the right word is. I don't want to say to vote out. That sounds mean, but the players that fell along the journey here. It's gonna take a little bit of time to pay our respects. I'll pull up the slide. We'll say however long it takes. Just whatever you want to say, just to kind of reminisce on the journey that we've had here at Paradox Season 2 Half Shelled Heroes. So I'm gonna start the slideshow. Get rid of that. All right. First fallen hero is Miner. Miner was the first to fall and was shunned on day 4. Who wants to start us up with Miner?
I guess I will start. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
With Minor, I really feel like he was such a sweet, pure soul, and I wish he had like more of a fighting spirit to him when he
Oh,
was on the block. But he was so adorable.
Rico, you able to talk? Or you still kind of getting settled?
getting settled a little bit, but I can still speak for now. You can hear me?
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Well, I was talking just now and didn't even realize Lorenzo was speaking. Um, like my interaction with Minor was not as much. I guess it's like the first part of the game, everybody was still a bit quiet. So I guess him being nominated was kind of a shock. But he did have a very eventful goodbye, to say the least, and definitely felt the passion inside in terms of that, and it definitely inspired me in terms of how I play the game going forward. So yes, he was the first one down, but it had to be someone. Unfortunately, it was him.
All right. And from Miner, we move on to our second hero to fall, shunned on day 8. It's Haley.
That his sister of mine. Like I love Haley. Like even though like people thought me and Sanam was a duo, I really wanted Haley to stay. Like that was my girl, and I was really sad that she got evicted because she was so sweet and like she was so passionate too. It just sucks the way what happened.
All right. Rico.
Yeah, Haley. She was someone that we were beginning to show interest in working with in the game. She definitely was a person that was trying to like catch on and like interact in the game and be present. As Lorenzo said, she went up against Sanam, and Sanam at that point had all the connections, so it was just unfortunate the way how it went. But definitely a free spirited person, and hopefully she continues to play ARGs and we can play a game again sometime.
All right, Haley. Next, we move on to the third fallen hero. It is Chris O, shunned on day 12. Wants to start us off with Chris.
I guess I would start. Ooh, my phone was on 10%. I guess I would start with Chris. He was a strategic player. Like I felt like he could have won this game if his actions didn't get caught onto him. Like he was so crafty. Like I was blindsided over the tons of alliances he was in. Like he's a good game player. So that's all I got to say. I respect that.
All right, and oh,
Ready for me?
yeah, you're good. Sorry.
All right, Christopher. Christopher. Oh my gosh. Chris was definitely a person that one of the first person I connected with in the game. But yeah, his hand was in a little bit too much cookie jars, and it kind of backfired on him unexpectedly, to be honest. Being on that other side of it and seeing it go down firsthand was kind of wild, but he definitely had a strong potential if he had gotten further in the game to do damage, but it was cut short. But definitely fun getting to meet him, and I've watched him play games before, and I know that he's a person that is strategic, analytical, crafty, and different stuff like that. So being able to at least work with him for like a 1 round, 2 rounds, somewhat ever, maybe in my imagination, it was still a fun time getting to meet him and know him, and hopefully he isn't deterred. You know, like as I'm probably going to say a lot of times, hope people aren't deterred. Maybe just games, but sometimes people get a little bit frustrated. But Christopher, Chris, definitely a decent person, and yeah, I don't know what else I want to say. That's it for me for now.
All
I'm
right.
rambling.
And from Chris, we move on to the fourth fallen hero. Shunned on day 14, it's Shayna.
I liked Shayna. I felt like it we could have like kind of vibe a little bit, even though I felt like she had like other people she had like above me. I really felt like a really comfortable spirit with her. And like I love how like eccentric she was and how full of energy she was. But like low key, like she was the second coming of Chris. I felt like her social game could have done some damage in this game. So I'm kind of happy she got like out so early. But players like her, they don't really get out like early that much. So that was quite a surprise.
All right. And Rico.
Yes, Sheena. What can I say? Um, yeah, lots of personality, lots of flair, lots of fight. The only Canadian in the cast, if my memory serves me correctly. And she was a person that I definitely could have talked to in the game, like had us open conversations, not necessarily like game talk or whatever, but just chat about whatever we felt like talking about. But as Lorenzo rightfully said, it felt like she was the second coming of Chris. She definitely was in a lot of alliances as our groups as well, or it was perceived that she was. And even her going on live night through the back door, like the way how it went down, it went from her like being all sad and emotional, which is fear, to after she was shunned that it went up to like 100, and it was like, whoa, where did this come from? I didn't see that happening before, but yeah, definitely was a feisty player, and if she would have gotten any more room or leverage in the game, definitely could have been in where we are right now in the final two. So hats off to her. Um, yeah.
All right. And from Shayna, we go to our fifth fallen hero, oh, shunned on day 18. It's Morgs.
Diva! Morgs was that bitch. Like the way they went from like nominated then to win HOH, then like I felt like they were that bitch. Like they were a diva. I really felt the rivalry between them and Juan was quite very much heatful, and I really wanted that rivalry to stay in the game, but it had to get cut short because I know that Morgs was a power player, but I love Morgs, and I will work with Morgs again and again and again.
Yeah, I'm here now. Um, Marks. Yeah, they were definitely a treat to have on this cast. Another person as well that I can talk about. We could have had conversations about anything, like from their day at Amazon to like their trips to Baltimore and back. Like, definitely was a fun person in this game. Definitely was free spirited as well. As Lorenzo said, their rivalry with Juan from round one was like epic. Seeing it unfold, watching from the shadows and not getting involved was kind of crazy to watch from his side, but definitely was a strong player as well. Like this whole cast was a lot of strong players, a lot of strong competitors. But Marks definitely was one that, as they rightfully said on the outside, as they were going, sorry, they wanted people that were going to drive the game. Definitely, they were a driver. They were definitely causing things to happen in the background. Even them getting out Chris through a semi blind side. That was a class move. So hats off to Marks.
Hats off to Morgs indeed. And then we move from Morgs to the sixth fallen hero, shunned on day 22. It's Mick.
With Mick, at first I didn't really like talk to Mick a lot. I felt like Mick was like kind of dry with when it comes to me. But then as the numbers started to dwindle and when Mick survived the block against Morgs, I started to see Mick's personality a lot more and I wanted to like, work with her. But like she was against Sanam and I could not keep Mick over Sanam. Sanam was my girl. But I love Mick and I hope they come back for a future season, maybe second chances.
Yeah, definitely would agree there. From my perspective as well, Mick was a person that was kind of quiet. Like I thought I was quiet, but she was more quiet than me. And definitely her personality began to come out as she was on the block the round before, and then this round as well, where she eventually went. Unfortunately, on my running round, which was, anyways, we're talking about that at the final too. Um, but um, yeah, she was a person that was definitely starting to come out of her shell, to be honest, and coming out of the shadows. Obviously, she went up against Sanam. Second time was not the charm here. Um, but it is what it is. Just a game. Definitely hope that she can get another opportunity as well, like Lorenzo said, to come back to prove herself. Hopefully, next time that she plays a game, any game at all, that she's a bit more on the open side, like from early out, because I can understand from my perspective as well in games, sometimes we get to lay back, but with her personality, sometimes they can get overshadowed. So hopefully in future games, make you can like show that personality from jump one and definitely dominate because they know that she has the potential to do that as well.
And I just want to say, no shade to anybody. She ate this cast photo so hard. And from Mick, we move on to our final pre-juror, shunned on day 28 after the holidays. It's Sanam.
No, y'all know Zanelle was supposed to make jury. Like she was supposed to make jury. Like she was a baddie. She won vetoes when she needed to and when she had to. She kept on surviving the block until her final last time in the house. And I don't know, she was such a good ally. And I was really upset that I had to evict her because I didn't want to have any bad blood with Keaton. But Sanam, like, she's such a lovable joy. Oh my gosh, like I miss her really bad. But that's all I gotta say, cause like she's just that girl.
So that 4 times it took to get her out. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, so that was also fun to talk to as well in the game. Definitely a bubbly personality. Obviously, me and her were not on the same side, like I nominated her, and it is quote unquote. But she definitely demonstrated, as Lorenzo said as well, she won when she needed to save herself or to save allies. And it definitely worked out for her, like to prolong her. She didn't make the jury, unfortunately, but these things happen. But definitely would have been a strong person to win this game as well. Um, so so now I'm all of.
All right, and now we're moving out of the pre-jury phase. Our first juror, it is shunned on day 32. Kirby's biggest fan themselves. It's Keaton.
I was sorry. I like Keaton. Like Keaton, he was just like when I say this, I mean this in a good way. Like he was just like a goofball. Like you don't know what you get with Keaton. Like Keaton was just like hilarious. He reminded me a bit of like Brett and Zach from the real Big Brother on the American Big Brother series. It was really sad. Like whenever like the week he went home, I know he tried to fight for himself to stay in the house. I tried to fight for him to stay in the house, but I love Keaton. Like he's such a good dude.
Yeah, definitely a good dude. Kirby's biggest fan. Um, Definitely one that give 100% energy in everything, 100% effort in everything. I also give it 100 in everything. And get his personality 100 in everything. Um, as Lorenzo said as well, like I'm going probably going to echo Lorenzo a lot here. As Lorenzo said as well, like Keaton was the person that you never know what you're going to get at a particular time. Like there's some times where he would have like said something that you wouldn't even expected, but that's just Keaton. And rightfully as well. He definitely was trained definitely hard to stay. Obviously, he didn't, but hats off to him as well for at least taking that person, making that personal decision to know mentally where you're at. Awareness is very important. So even as he goes through his journey, I'm grateful for him for taking that initiative and taking that step to say, you know what, I know what's going to happen. From a mental state, I'll just step away. But love everybody. Love Keaton. Hats off to you. We played a very good game as well. Definitely your rivalry with Bill was definitely one that was beginning to like ramp up. We didn't get to see it in full, but it was cut short here by Bill. But hey, hats off to you. Much love as well. Definitely a strong competitor.
All right, and next we go to our second live night victim. Diamonds were definitely not this girl's best friend. It's Allie.
She was the main character of the season. Like she was someone who was very vocal, but she also can talk the talk by winning competitions when she could. I really love her personality. At first, she was kind of dry with me. I'm not gonna lie, but then like when the game started to heat up more, like I just started loving her more. We started talking more, and like she just so like I don't know, like she was someone I could talk shit with, and like not be scared it would get leaked or not. And like she was like a real ass bitch. I'm not gonna lie, and I really like I don't know. Like Allie's a real one, and I feel like she's like the main character in every orc she plays in, based on how she played this one. Like she's confrontational. She's not afraid to speak her mind, and I don't know. Like it was really sad when she got out by a diamond power veto, and it really sucked that like her number one ally did like backstab her. But I'm happy that was her story because at least she went out like twist screwed. So if I had to get out the game, I'd rather get out twist screwed than get out like because I played a floppy game.
Ali, what can I say? Um, yeah. Yeah. What can I say? Ah, our interactions were few and far between, to be honest. So I can't really say as much in terms of personality. Definitely would have given like confrontational in terms of like the big main room blow up with Bill. That was fun to watch. Um, but outside of that, I definitely believe she's definitely a strong competitor as well. She definitely won when she needed to as well, winning the face mark competition to save herself from the block. So that was a plus for her as well. As she's kind of like stayed under the radar for like most of the game. She didn't really like pop out like as a person to be nominated. So that in itself is a positive. And she lasted this far in the game as well. So definitely hats off to you. Hopefully we get a chat more after this. Maybe not. Who knows what happens? We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right, and from Allie, we move on to the last woman standing in this game, the Disney princess, Danny.
So after that poor HOH rain, Danny and me was supposed like to be like the bottoms, like that pair. But that got cut really, really short. I love Danny. Like, even though I don't really like talk much with Danny, but she's just like so lovable. Like I don't know. Like I really vibe with her. And I really like regret that we haven't like talked a lot. We haven't even BC'd. Me and Danny haven't BC'd throughout this whole game, which is crazy, but I still love her. And it was still kind of like bittersweet that I stayed against her. So yeah.
Yeah, well, we had a 1VC, so yay, yay me. Um, but Danny was definitely fun to talk to as well. She definitely brought that bubbly personality, Disney princess herself. Um, throughout the game, she was definitely someone that one, name it back in the shadows. Um, definitely was one that was gearing up to be a strong and game player. As Lorenzo said, unfortunately, she had to go at the point she made. It was her or him. Um, such as the life in the game. But definitely, she was definitely a bubbly personality and definitely a fun one. I didn't think she created that many waves to like for anyone to like even hit her in any Saints. But yeah, much love to Danny. Definitely would have loved to see her go further, but it's we're here. We're here. Sorry, Danny, we're here.
All right, and we move on to Shunned on day 41,
My
the
guy.
diamond power of pizza holder, the man with the abs you can bounce a quarter off of. It's Juan.
Um, that was crazy.
Been hosting it for
Okay,
47 days. You should expect anything to come out of my mouth at this point.
You're right. You're right.
you're right about that one. But with Juan, like he was the king of the house. And like one thing about me, I don't really play well with kings. So the king had to get banished. And like when I was working with Juan, he was running the game, and I respected him. I respected him immensely. Like if he was in the final two, I would vote for him in a heartbeat. And like that was someone who I would think would get like one of the spots on the DVD cover. Like he deserves that. He ran the game from week one until when he got banished. And I'm so happy that I got the last laugh and he didn't. But it was all like, fun and laughter between us. Even though like we did like exchange like harsh words after my HOH reign, he was still like a big brother to me, and I really hope like we could further our relationship after the game because he was like the only person. No, he was the first person who I latched on on night one. I latched on him. I latched onto him so quickly, and he helped me. And without him, I don't think I would have made it this far. So that's all I can say.
Yeah, fair. Juan, my guy. My guy. Definitely, definitely a player. Full stop. A player. Like a player. He definitely knows how to play these games, to be honest. And like definitely always make the inroads. My guy through and through. Definitely one of the first persons as well coming into this game that I would have seen and known. So it's like, yeah, my guy, I know somebody here. I don't have to like work that hard. Um, but definitely as the game progressed as well, he did become a big threat. Like from round one, like round one was epic alone. So like I said, even in the mid discourse about Marks, like their battle with Marks was kind of epic to watch. Like the ebbs and the flows, like who's gonna get out who first. Um, definitely was fun. Working with Juan as well definitely was fun. Definitely know he has a strategic mind. Definitely has a competitive mind as well. Like those flipping your cups is crazy that he did that much in 2 minutes. I only got five. Like what? How are you gonna get 40 something? This is crazy. Um, but definitely show that he can compete when he needed to compete. Unfortunately, his game got cut short and the run that it did. But hey, hey, you made it as far as definitely could based on like all that you did, and that's much to be applauded for. Um, so hats off to you. Definitely one of the main characters for this season for sure. Definitely was a driver. Definitely was one that was working behind the scenes, getting things together. So hats off to you. Much love. All love from us. Men in Black. We're here.
All right, and now we go to our fifth placer, Billy Vance, shunned on day 43.
I predicted Juan was going to win the game, but if Juan didn't win, my second prediction was going to be Billy. Like Billy, he had the comp strength, he had the strategy, he had the mental, he had a bunch of notes. And I feel like his downfall was telling people he had like a spreadsheet because when you tell people that you got notes, that put a target on your back. So I felt like he could have like not said a few things to put a target on his back, but he was a game player. And after me and Juan fell out, I had to launch on to Billy. And Billy, his personality was so cool. And when I wanted to call, like he always made time for me. And like he was just like a fun person to talk to. And even we like drifted off from talking away from game, it was still like a conversation that appealed to me. And he's such a cool guy. I'm not even like trying to like, be like congeniality or something by being nice because he was genuinely cool and he does deserve to like win something. And yeah, that's all I could say.
Billy Vance, my guy number two. Definitely as well, like another player as well in this game that I would have connected with early on. Definitely someone with his head on straight, definitely always aware of his surroundings, definitely always aware of what's happening in the game. It's insane that as a player, he knows like what is happening in the game at any particular time. It kind of scares you to the point where like are you in my chats? But Billy Fast definitely was fun. We had a streak going, like our streak got cut short for Wordle. We were playing Wordle for like 36 days straight. Like we had a streak going. It was like epic. Um, Battling back and forth. Definitely was my guy through and through, as Lorenzo said as well. Definitely someone that you can talk about anything with. You had can have conversation with as well. Um, so yeah, Billy Vance. He definitely knew that if he stayed up at this round, that he was gonna go. Um, And if he didn't go this round, he definitely would have been in the final too because he definitely, as we say, had that sprite sheet. And he definitely knew everything that was going on in the game. He definitely knew like he had his head on right. He definitely was just a little couple mistakes short of making it to this point in the game. But Billy Vance, much love to you, buddy. Much love to you.
Okay, and from there, we move on to the second to last fallen hero, shunned on day 44. It's Bill. And don't ask me why, but for some reason, ChatGPT decided to change the position of his cast photo. This was not Bill's original cast photo, but it was close enough. So this is still Bill. So, Bill, I apologize. Blame ChatGPT.
Um, Bill, he was like the villain of the season. Like he was a social pariah. Like I was the only person in my eyes who like truly got him and truly like wanted to work with him. Everyone had Bill's head on a platter. They wanted Bill out this house, but Bill, he was like a good character. Like he owned up to what he wanted to do. He wasn't scared to like lie. He wasn't scared to like reveal or leak anything. And then when he started winning competitions, that's when in my head, I was like, dang, you just became a threat. If he would have made it to final two, he would have had like a kind of like a Taylor Hill type of storyline where you was on the bottom of the house and then you became the Godfather. And I don't know. But even though I'm saying like he was a villain and Godfather, it doesn't mean like he was a bad person. He genuinely was a good spirit. And he was another person who I would VC with. He was another person who I got good energy with. And like it was his time to go. It was his time to go. Like nobody was beating him at the end. And he was playing a good game after Billy went home. So it was his time to go. So but I love me some Bill.
Yeah, Bill Meffling. Definitely, as Lorenzo said, definitely the villain of the season, if you want to call, if you want to make him that. And then I mean, he wanted to he outside of it, he acknowledged, hey, I'm the villain. That if you think I'm the villain, then I'm gonna be the villain. And he definitely embodied that through and through. Like he became he was so much the target that his target was like astronomical, like it didn't exist anymore. Like everybody was like, ah, I'll just get your nets, see your nets wrong, get your nets wrong. But then when it time came, it was too late because then kept winning, he kept saving himself, he kept putting himself in position to win and to get as far as he could have gotten. He went out at final four. Unfortunately, he didn't win. He didn't win the individual at that time, at that point in time, which was the only way for him to save himself because we all knew he was the biggest threat to win this game. We all knew that if he got to the end after making to the jury, after making final six, final five, and hasn't been nominated that much since like early on, and like not being targeted at all. Like if he had made it to the end, we all knew that he was winning this game 9-0, 7-0. How many people in the jury? Sorry, but we all
Seven.
know he seven. You see, like we all know he was sweeping the jury. So he definitely had to go. And definitely my guy as well, through and through. Um, definitely love playing the game with him as well. Definitely someone that, like I said, was always aware. And as Lorenzo rightfully said, he wasn't afraid to acknowledge he was a villain. He didn't wasn't afraid to lie, to do whatever he had to do to make it to the next round. And that's the player. And you can't fault the player. Just hate the game, but you can't hate the player because he definitely played the game.
All right, and we move on to our final juror. Shunned on day 46. It is Fred and Daisy. Not Daisy. Daisy's not on the jury, but it's Fred. I didn't want to say just Fred, that sounded bad, but it's Fred.
Um, I never saw a player try to get a rebuttal in after like the eviction pleas. Like that was crazy. He tried to get a rebuttal. But me and Fred, we had our little like, rivalry, our little like issue, a little like bad blood after he nominated me on week 4. And I did have like a little like vengeance to get against him. But when after my HOH reign, we started talking more. And like after he saved me in a tied vote, I was like, okay, this dude can be loyal to his word. And I do understand how Fred is playing. I do understand like why he made certain moves in the beginning. Because my issues with Fred, not only did he nominate me, I felt like we was on two different paths. And I was like, why we're on two different paths? And we're kind of work with the same people. But I kind of understood why. But Fred, like he was a fighter throughout this whole end game. He was fighting for his spot to make it to the end, and honestly, I respect that. A gamer can respect a gamer, and like I don't know, him and his girlfriend, they're like so cute together. How she would like cheer him on in the background, that was cute. So I have nothing ill to say against Fred, and I'm so happy like we kind of like fixed our relationship where we did not end on a sour note.
Yeah, Fred, Fred, my guy. Um, what can I say about Fred about him being MIA like so often? Like MIA, like where the hell is Fred? Nowhere to be found. But anyways, apart from that, definitely was a cool dude as well in this game. Definitely a fun person to talk to whenever he was around, whenever he was able to be around. Um, definitely showed a lot of fight in every round that he competed in. Won when he needed to as well, save his allies at points. Unfortunately, didn't make it to the final two. But we all knew he was a strong competitor as well, and definitely give it his all in every competition. What can I say as well? Definitely the charades champ because almost getting all right is crazy. But hey, hats off to you, charades champ, Fred and Julia, charades champs. Can't take it away from them. But definitely was a fun meeting Fred as well in this game. Getting to like have conversations, talk about whatever sports, whatever it was. Definitely was fun having Fred in the game. And definitely appreciate the energy that he would have given off as well. He definitely was a person that once he said something, he meant it, and his actions prove what his words said. And that's all you can ask from a person in any game because they can say one thing with their mouth, but then do something else action wise. But he was a person that spoke it and then did it. So for that, truly appreciate it at the human to human level. That's something that we expect from people, or we will appreciate from people. That when they say something that they do what they say they were going to do, even though it's a game, yes, but when you can do that for people, it definitely makes you feel at ease with a person at times. So hats off to you for being you, continue to be genuine, continue to be that rock star, and continue to give it your all in every comp, in every your future endeavors. Yeah, much love to Fred as well. And see you at the final two. Finale night.
All right. And with that, we have paid our respects to all of our fallen heroes and just have one last message from all of us on production. We want to thank all of our 14 fallen heroes and we want to thank our two finalists. We are very proud of how this season turned out and we're looking forward to seeing how this ends. So, from all of us here at Paradox Productions, we want to thank everyone involved in this season. So, I'm going to